Have you ever looked at a potted plant and thought, wow, you really don't do much, do you? Well, that's my husband Dave. He's not a plant, obviously. He talks, sometimes, mostly to the TV, but his main function in our house seems to be taking up space on the sofa. He has perfected the art of stillness. It's a real talent, I guess. If there were an Olympics for sitting perfectly still while a mountain of laundry stares at you from across the room, he'd have more gold medals than a pirate. I think he's trying to conserve energy. For what? I have no idea. Maybe for the next season of that show about dragons. He's very invested. His relationship with our sofa is the most committed relationship I've ever seen. It's beautiful, really. They have their own language. A slight shift to the left means I need the chips. A groan means the remote is just out of reach. It's a whole thing. Sometimes I walk in and he's in the exact same position I left him in that morning. I have to poke him to make sure he's not just a very realistic, life-size statue I accidentally ordered online. He'll just blink and say, "What?" as if I'm the one interrupting something important. And the important thing is usually a commercial for car insurance. He has this one specific spot on the couch. It's his spot. The cushions are now permanently shaped like his body. It's like a fossil. Archaeologists in the future will dig up our living room and find the Dave imprint, a perfect specimen of the 21st century relaxation expert. I tried sitting there once. It felt wrong. It felt like I was sitting on a throne that wasn't mine. The dog won't even go near it. The dog knows. The dog respects the throne. I, on the other hand, just want him to maybe, just maybe, move a dish from the coffee table to the kitchen, which is like 10 feet away. This is our daily dance. I come home and the house looks like it was decorated by a tornado who loves leaving empty glasses everywhere. And there's Dave, the calm in the center of the storm. He'll look up, smile that charming smile of his and say, "Hey honey, rough day?" It's so sweet. He's so concerned. But he's asking me this from his command center, surrounded by evidence. Evidence of a day spent doing absolutely nothing. It's a crime scene and he's the only suspect and he's still at the scene of the crime, not even trying to hide. He's just that confident. I am a person who loves lists. I make lists for everything. Grocery lists, to-do lists, lists of things I need to make lists for. It's how my brain works. Every morning I have a mental checklist of what needs to get done. Unload the dishwasher, do a load of laundry, take out the recycling, the glamorous stuff. I feel like my life is a series of small, unsatisfying tasks. But they have to get done, right? Otherwise, we'd be living in a fortress made of pizza boxes, and trust me, we're getting close. It's like I'm a CEO of a very small, very messy company. My husband, on the other hand, seems to have a different kind of list, a to-don't list. Don't unload the dishwasher, someone else will. Don't pick up the socks, they're happy on the floor. Don't worry about that strange smell coming from the fridge. It'll probably go away on its own. It's a very zen approach to household management. He's not stressed. He's at peace. I'm the one running around like I've had 6 cups of coffee and he's just floating on a cloud of blissful ignorance while I'm down here, scrubbing a mystery stain off the counter. I'll admit, sometimes I try to be subtle. I'll say things like, "Wow, the trash is getting really full," hoping he'll take the hint. But it's like speaking a different language. He'll just look at it, nod, and say, "Yeah, it really is." And then he turns back to his video game. It's not that he's mean, he's just not getting it. It's like the signal from my brain to his is getting lost somewhere over the living room. Maybe the Wi-Fi is bad. Maybe I need to upgrade our hint router. I'm trying to send a clear message, but all he's receiving is static. The funny thing is, he thinks he helps. He really does. Last week, he changed a light bulb, a single light bulb, and he talked about it for 3 days. Remember when I changed that light bulb? That was tough. Had to get the ladder and everything. He said it with such pride you would have thought he'd built the house with his bare hands. I wanted to say, "That's great, honey. While you were doing that, I did 6 loads of laundry, paid all the bills, and solved world hunger." But yes, that light bulb was a big one. You're a hero. I didn't, of course. I just smiled and added, "Buy more light bulbs to my list." Now, in his defense, and believe me, I try to see his side, his job is stressful. He works hard. He deals with people all day. He comes home and his brain is just fried. It's like a computer that has too many tabs open and it needs to shut down. The sofa is his charging station. It's where he plugs himself in to reboot for the next day. I get it. I really do. He says his mind is a whirlwind of deadlines and emails, and all he wants is a little bit of quiet, a moment where no one is asking him for anything, a moment of pure, uninterrupted nothing. He calls it strategic relaxation. He claims it's essential for his mental health. He says, "Honey, if I don't sit here and watch this show about people flipping houses, I won't have the mental fortitude to face my spreadsheets tomorrow." It's a very dramatic explanation for watching TV. But I see his point. He's not being lazy, he's decompressing. He's turning his brain off. My brain, on the other hand, never turns off. My brain sees a crumb on the floor from across the room and starts planning a full-scale military operation to remove it. We're just wired differently. And let's be honest, he has a point. When he's relaxed, he's a much happier person. A stressed-out Dave is no fun. He's grumpy and quiet. But a relaxed, sofa-recharged Dave? He's funny. He'll make jokes. He'll tell me about his day. He just needs to get there first. And his path to happiness is paved with comfy cushions and a good remote control. It's his process. And who am I to argue with the process? Even if the process involves leaving a trail of snack wrappers in its wake. It's a small price to pay for a happy husband, right? I'm still deciding. So I've started to see his couch time as a necessary evil, like paying taxes or going to the dentist. It's just part of the deal. He needs his quiet time to recharge his social and professional batteries. My batteries, however, seem to recharge by getting things done. Seeing a clean kitchen gives me a sense of peace that he gets from watching a basketball game. So we're both chasing the same feeling: calm, peace, order. We just take very, very different roads to get there. His road is a comfy, stationary sofa. Mine is a frantic sprint all over the house. We've started to find a middle ground. It's not perfect. It's more like a wobbly bridge we built ourselves, but we're trying not to fall off. The other night, I was feeling overwhelmed. The sink was full, the dog needed a walk, and I just wanted to sit down. I walked into the living room, ready to launch into my usual speech. You know the one. I do everything around here. But instead, I just sighed. A big, dramatic, Oscar-worthy sigh. And for the first time, it worked. He looked over, muted the TV, and said, "What's up?" He actually listened. I told him I was just tired. I said I felt like I was doing it all alone. And he didn't get defensive. He didn't list the one light bulb he changed last week. He just nodded. He said, "Okay, what if we make a deal? You give me 1 hour to just melt into the couch when I get home. No questions asked. And after that hour, I'm all yours. We can tackle the chores together." It was a negotiation. A peace treaty. The Great Couch Accord of 2025. I was so surprised I didn't know what to say. So now we have a system. He gets his sacred hour of doing nothing. I use that hour to do my own thing. Read a book, call a friend, or honestly just stare at a wall. Whatever I want. And then, after his hour is up, he gets up. And we work together. He'll unload the dishwasher while I cook. I'll fold laundry while he takes out the trash. It's not a race. It's just teamwork. It's amazing how much faster things get done when two people are doing them. Who knew? It's basic math, really. It turns out he wasn't trying to be lazy. He just needed to be told clearly what was needed. And I wasn't trying to be a nag. I just needed to feel like we were a team. We still have our moments, of course. Sometimes his hour stretches to 1 hour and 15 minutes. And sometimes I still find a rogue sock in the middle of the hallway. But it's better. We're learning to understand each other's needs. He needs rest. I need help. And somewhere in the middle, between the sofa and the laundry basket, we're finding our balance. And it's pretty great.